Hey guys, I am here today with another double audio reaction, starting with insert disc 2 and continuing on through page 5660, whatever that is. There's a bunch of pages in between, so I'm going to audio react to those. If there's enough content, I might go back and do my regular panel analysis. I might split this into two videos. We'll see. Anyway, last time I worked out that Disc 2 probably contains Act 6, so I'm really interested to see if this is actually going to work. Maybe I'll get some kind of glitchy Act 6 preview? Let's find out! Okay, here we go. Insert Disc 2. Here's the disc. Spinning. Spinning. Wait, okay. So now it's a loading page and it's a page inside a page because this wasn't meta enough. Okay. Ooh, Seer Ascend is what it's loading to. Is this going to be Rose versus Bec Noir? Or, wait, no, Seer is, yes, oh shit, it's Terezi. Sis, roof now. Bring the puppet. Come on. The smiley face didn't tip her off. I mean, it does have 8 eyes, but still. Gotta bring Cal. Acrobatic fucking pirouette. Oh, hey! Oh, this is... Okay, so... Whoa, what? This music is, the music that played during S. Davis End, but it's got Terezi's harpsichord, and, oh my god, it's getting juxtaposed with Mindfang and Red Glare's confrontation. Holy shit, this is cool! Mindfang looks so surprised. Ooh, is this where she's... And there's that spiral. There's the ships sinking. God damn, this guest art is so cool. And so is the song. Oh, we're changing tempos. Oh man, this is so fucking awesome! Alright, Vriska messaging Rose because John didn't have his computer. Squeaky! Oh, this is so fucking awesome. Okay, here we go. Arrow thing. Vriska looking at her laptop thingy. Is that book? Oh, I bet you that's the Till Death manual, isn't it? And she's talking to Rose, and looks like she is also reading the journal. Yeah, John, you're heading into blackout, you know. We've seen that. And she has a PDF of the journal. Show journal log. Much fanfare was made of the trial, more than I would have dared to hope. It seems my luck has been returning of late. Oh, right. Okay, so last we heard Mindfang was in jail, but the trial hadn't happened yet, so this must be the trial. Okay. That's really cool. Show journal log. The High-Bloods surely intended to make a spectacle of my conviction. They filled the court block with peasants ravenous for the comeuppance of a blue blood. I wasn't about to deny them what they came for. Blue blood. I mean, I guess Red Glare doesn't count as blue, right? How's she gonna turn this around? Because I expect if she's writing this, then she must have survived. Oh god. Filled the court block with peasants. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Show journal log. It was kind of the authorities to supply me with a phalanx of such impressionable spectators. Ah, damn it. The weak wills were nearly as thick in the air as the rust in their veins. Funny how my other senses seem to have peaked since exchanging glances with the dragon. What an extraordinary specimen. How I've come to covet the creature since it ruined my fleet. I know too well the whispers of a dangerous new infatuation when they beckon. But I digress. How did nobody see this coming? Come on, Red Glare. I thought you were more awesome than that. Okay, here we go. Oh no! This is a really cool panel, though. It looks a lot like when Aradia sicked all those ghosts on Vriska. It was simple enough to nudge the hostility of the Lowbloods from one aristocrat to another. Oh, now she's an aristocrat and not a middling civil servant or whatever. The subjugators could not have been pleased, but nor could they have been altogether unamused, I would expect. I wonder if this was part of their unfathomable game. I'll never understand their riddles. So maybe she's implying maybe they knew this would happen all along and thought it was just as entertaining as seeing Mindfang get her comeuppance. I keep wanting to say Vriska. They're basically the same person. Uh-oh. I only regret I didn't get to hear the opening statement the neophyte had prepared against me. The case she compiled from all that evidence she burned must have been damning. I bet her remarks would have stung worse than when she severed my arm. She certainly would have shown me greater mercy by taking the other instead. So, I guess that means Mindfang is just as easily taken down with a few words as Vriska is. Who is reaching for the sword? Is that Terezi trying to save herself? I mean, not Terezi. Damn it. Red Glare. Alas, I mock to disguise the extent of my regret. Had my escape not necessitated her demise, she would have made a lovely rival. I knew it! If she'd only discarded her childish preoccupation with justice, we might have made a striking scourge. Had we inched blacker, we'd have torn red miles across the land and sea. Unfortunately, the only miles to be found through her bureaucratic calling were those of red tape. When so ensnared, one is eventually bound to be choked. With the court block cleared, all that remained to obstruct my freedom was his honorable tyranny himself. The judge? Jury and executioner? Oh, okay. Damn, that's badass. Although, that's aqueous blue, though. That's not Vriska blue. Maybe it's the lighting. Upon reflection, Red Glare showed the foresight of a true seer in thieving my arm before the trial. What's that supposed to mean? Holy shit. Jesus. Yeah, that's totally not Vriska blue. This almost looks like John blue. It permitted a fair fight. Okay, that's pretty fucking badass. Alright, Mindfang. Pretty badass. Okay, that's kind of like a dark Vriska blue. And whoa, his honorable tyranny bled black. Man, this whole panel is really pretty. I like these colors. The pink moon turned like orangish by haze. Whatever that road is. Though I was free, I had no fleet. No matter. With the Gamblignants decimated, I embraced the turn in fortune and pledged to put my sea-grifting ways behind me. With any luck, the skies will be my future. My thoughts again returned to that dragon. But first, I was in need of temporary refuge. I sought it with the expatriate. Who? Expatriate? I guess that's expatriate. Huh. Let's find out who this person is. Oh, Jesus. It's Aqueous' ancestor. Yay, this is gonna be fun. He owed me for the sweeps of protection I provided after his brazen defiance of the High Bloods. Oh, now that's interesting. It was perhaps the only such courageous stand ever taken against a superior by one of his supercilious pedigree. She got that right. and I'd not have bothered sticking my neck out for another, but the admiration he'd won naturally wore thin as he persistently bemoaned his treason and banishment, and I was saddened to find this habit holding strong even now. I wonder if he still believes she was worth it. Who the heck is she, and what did he do in defiance of the High Bloods? Oh my god, those are phallic horns. Oh, and now she has a robotic arm. I guess Aqueous' ancestor was also into robotics. I can't stop staring at his horns. Jesus Christ. They're even, like, angled like penises, for lack of a better word. Repairing my arm would go a little further in squaring his debt with me. Even if I came with both intact, I might have ripped one off and put him to the task just to halt his blubbering. Darkleer was always a skilled machinist, and the work proved an adequate distraction. So pacified, dear God, he listened to what I had to say about my recent travails with the law and Pyrrhal spite, and what I'd come for in truth. The treasure he'd been keeping safe for me. What kind of treasure? Darkleer. That is an appropriately creepy name for... Jesus, that guy's fucking huge. That's what Aqueous would have grown up into. Holy shit. I like that Mindfang kept the sword cane as a souvenir. Oh! Well, yeah, I guess that counts as a treasure. Is that the same orb thing? Cue ball? I bet it is. I like the way her fingers are robotically articulated there. That's neat. I cradled the oracle in my synthetic hand, as if appraising by weight the mystic qualities it still concealed. With my vision eightfold seared away, I was as blind to its secrets as the old doctor was to its present whereabouts. So she knows about Doc Scratch. That's interesting. I learned to keep it cloaked from the awareness of the man who once called me his protégé, a backhanded term of endearment from a smug manipulator. Wow, okay, so Doc Scratch has had his hand in things for quite a while, it seems. Locating his so-called dark pockets was the only gambit I had in countering his milk-tongued doublespeak. The expatriate, for indiscernible reasons, seemed naturally surrounded by such a void in the doctor's awareness, and so was uniquely fit to inherit the orb. The doctor could not see his treasure, nor I into it. Naturally surrounded by such a void. We know that Aqueous is the heir of void, so I'm guessing that's not a coincidence. I guess that also explains dark, leer, void, dark. I considered what to do with it for a while. Should I find Pyrrhal spite by consulting with the oracle, as I'd done so often to steal fortune from my adversaries? I guessed exploiting some technological means of gazing through its surface may have been simple enough, but I hesitated. Every expedient granted by its counsel, though never instantly, came at a price, something that Vriska doesn't seem to have ever learned. Knowing his nature, I'm surprised I only now recognize it as yet another instrument of his spurious benevolence, dangerous by way of selective divulgence. Fucking called it. The sense of infallibility his oracle brought me was superficial, and in hindsight weakened my readiness. Knowing my fate so far in advance, I took Red Glare's threat lightly. The greatest mistake I have ever made was asking the orb when I would die. So she knew she wasn't going to die at Red Glare's hand in the attack or in the trial, so she thought she was safe, I guess. But as I revisited the prophecy surrounding this unfortunate query, something struck me. I thought of the man I would have as a mate spirit centuries from now, who was said to command an army of beasts, the one it called the Summoner. Oh my fucking fuck, don't you fucking tell me! Oh my god! Rufio lives! And he's flying with Pyrrhal spite. And this gift is glitching every so often. That's interesting. If my obsession with the dragon should continue to burn for so long, would he be the one to assist me in taming it? I did not have enough knowledge to ask the right questions when I had the opportunity. Were that the case, I might have asked if it would be his rare abilities of communion that would bring Pyrospite under control. Would it be on account of my influence? And if so, would I exert this influence by taking his will or winning his heart? Ooh. These are details I would have given no second thought in drawing from the orb, my curiosity a force usually too much to quell. But now... I have thought of the summoner often. I have been troubled to know that as one so common-blooded, he could not possibly have been hatched yet, nor will he wriggle from the caverns for many sweeps. Okay, so she's just so long-lived that the guy who's gonna be her mate Sprit is not even born. That's fucking creepy. So I must have patience to take up my role in his story of heroism. It is a tale which reads to me as though lifted from a child's story, ha ha ha, yet I know I'd be a fool to doubt its veracity entirely. He would rise through the ranks of the Cabal Reapers and assume command, having proven the most skilled and fearless of them. He would exhibit a remarkable pupation, the sort only recorded in myth, growing, or perhaps simply revealing, a striking pair of wings. Yeah, why the fuck does he have wings? I think it's interesting that his wings kind of look like his horns. Maybe... I mean, he can't have gone, God tier without actually playing the game. So this is really strange. Anyway, his army thus inspired would spearhead a major rebellion, surely one at least on the scale of the sectarian revolt crushed by the High Bloods, who thereafter forbade its mention or any invocation of the heretical symbols at all, even in private journals, which is why I will stick to the fable of the summoner and not risk another execution with even oblique reference to the compelling tale of the sufferer. As she makes an oblique reference and draws the symbols, which are Karkat's. Holy shit. So Karkat's ancestor led a sectarian revolt, and I guess Darkleer was involved in it and defied the High Blood somehow. Ooh. Man, I want to hear the compelling tale of the sufferer. You can't just call it the compelling tale and then not say anything more about it. Okay. Resolution to the summoner's mutiny is foggy, as I only understand what has been related to me through the brief answers I thought to solicit. Ultimately, the ire of the Condess, that's Fafuri's ancestor, would be such that in the settling dust of the conflict, she would banish all from the homeworld except the young. She would scatter all who reached maturity to the stars, to fight her wars, I presume to keep them occupied, existing in a less centralized state from which such a coup may arise. This is still an incredible notion for me to consider, and I cannot imagine how she would come to enforce such an upheaval in our civilization. Well, she pulls it off. Though I suppose she will have on her side the advantage of an unparalleled lifespan, and the leverage extended by the hideous psychic prongs of her deep, undulating monstrosity. That is, until it chooses another little witch to serve. Nevertheless, I take the prediction as truth, and find it amusing that a homeworld dominated by children will be the great summoner's legacy. One of them, at least. I find it amusing too, Peter Pan, Peter Pan, Peter Pan. More importantly, and less amusingly, his legacy will be my demise. You see, I first learned his name when I asked, who would be the one to kill me? Irony rears its beautiful head again. Interesting. Now, either Vriska's computer is glitching, or our view of Vriska's computer is glitching. I have never spoken nor written of him out of contempt for the prophecy, but do so here, in my final entry for this journal. I took this to be a pitiable fate and scoured the orb for any means of escaping it, or at least to salvage a little dignity from the tale of my own downfall. Alas, it had no consolation for my vanity. But as I sit here deciding what to do with the damnable little sphere, I understand my error. It was not in failing to chart a course through future events to turn my fortune's tide, even so many sweeps from now. It was in believing the future was mine to know, and fortune mine to control. Vriska, seriously, did you learn nothing from this? If this hero is meant to breathe life into my embittered heart, and if he is to earn the right to run it through, then so be it. For him, I will commit to this page my highest expectations, and for what precious uncertainty is left in my future, I renew my vigorous anticipation. The oracle I will resolve to part with. I will conceal it in a crypt bearing the sign of the expatriate, with a map to its location hidden in this journal. To whomever finds it, be wary, for the truth it tells may leave its new keeper blind, as I was, though no more. I guess that means no more blind than she was? Only half blind, that is, or 7/8 blind? Wow, this is all super interesting. I might have more thoughts on this, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't have any more thoughts on this at this time, but I'm really hoping that further details of this like insurrection stuff gets revealed later on, because this is all fucking cool. Okay, here we are. Last page, 5660 S flip. Loading. Glitch, glitch, glitch. Nothing's happening. Is this a walk around thing? Objection. Again. Wow, this is really fucking glitchy. Look at the horns everywhere. Oh. Okay. Oh shit, so I'm actually like watching the walk around game. And we're getting more flashes of stuff. Oh, Aqueous is Tavros. The music is doing some weird stuff. Holy shit, this is so glitchy. But really cool. This is like some missing no level shit. It's finally time! What the fuck? What the fuck? Why were all their heads cut off? Oh my... Hey, Regular, nice outfit. Same to you, Vriska. Your fruity orange fairy suit is delicious. Rivalry, antagonize. So maybe Vriska wants it to be a vicissitude? I love how her eyebrow raise was timed to the music. Murder's like plural? Is she finally gonna set her straight? You dope. Oh, whoa, what? Whoa, what? Is oh my god. One murder. I guess. She's not denying it. Just that one guy, that's not so bad. Oh, jeez. Whoa, what? Both make. We'll lead him here and he will kill us all. Oh, sugary pixie trail. Right, if Terezi could follow it. I've already seen this consequence in my mind's eye. Huh. And yet, Vriska doesn't give a shit about what Terezi has to say. I flip. Heads you stay. Scratch you go. Huh. It's gotta land on scratch, right? I mean, all this scratch shit. All the luck, remember? Luck doesn't matter. Flippity flippity. Are we gonna see the result? Please, come on. What's she doing? Is she influencing the coin? Oh, no! 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 I know, but it's gonna stay here forever, isn't it? Yep, it's just gonna do that forever. Can I click this back arrow even? Yes, I can. But anyway, I'm just gonna go back to the previous page so that doesn't keep going forever and ever. Wow! This stuff is so cool! Like, you know, I didn't think I really gave much of a shit about whoever the troll's ancestors were, but, you know, all this stuff and how Doc Scratch is entangled in it all, this is super cool! Ah. Okay, yeah, so this is long enough. This is almost 30 minutes long. Jesus fucking Christ, how the fuck am I gonna edit this? How is this all gonna fit in my RAM? Oh, okay, I guess I'll end this here. Until next time.